Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of RageQuitTV, gonna be casting a game between eSahara.Naama and Incredible Miracles Lucira. It is a ZVT on Shakuras Plateau, and man does Naama love TVZ. I'm sorry I haven't casted like a TVP or a TVT of his, but you know what? He only uploads ZVTs, so he loves that matchup, and he has proven to be very good at it. He has taken out people like Nesty, Lenok, and another Zerg, who I can't remember the name. Lucira, known as one of the most mechanical Zerg players in the world. I'd say the only possible exception would be DRG. Even Idra referred to Lucira as a Korean version of himself. He is like a mechanical Zerg on steroids. He is so insanely good, and we'll go over into the 8 PM tab after this, and we can just watch how fast this guy is, and then we may look over at his first-person view and see how quick he does injects and how exactly he does do them. Most likely, Lucira will be going for a 15 or 16 hatch. That's just what is common in ZVT. And Naama, he has placed his first supply depot back here, which does indicate a command center of, a fast expansion, just because he is going to be focusing on walling off down here. Doesn't want to put the first supply depot down here because it's a long walk, and if Lucira sent an early drone scout, then he would be in trouble. You can see Lucira right now scouting for any type of proxy barracks, and also going to be taking that expansion. So he does send the drone scout out just before he takes that one expansion, and does check for a proxy racks just before he throws that down, because if he sees that, he may not be going for this hatch. But we did see the barracks just complete when the drone went there, so if a proxy racks was coming, the drone would most likely take out that SCV. Lucira is going to be getting into Naama's base at the time this one barracks does finish, and he will be going to the mineral line, and now he knows there are going to be 14 SCVs mining if nothing is proxied, and you can see the 2 solar miners, as I did say, are on those patches, and that's how you know there are 14. Naama not going to go for a 15 OC. Lucira knows that, and he's going to go down here to see what is up, because this is the SCV that is missing. He comes down here, sees the command center, was going to go back up, but the Marine was there, and now it looks like he's trying to draw the Marine out a little bit so he can go back in. He's at 1 HP, and looks like he is going straight for that gas. Naama is going to be taking another supply depot, and the drone does get on that. And that was some very nice scouting for Lucira. As I did say, he came in here, saw the 14 workers mining, which he knew there was one SCV that was building this barracks. So as soon as he realized, okay, the command center, not going to an OC, let's see where that one SCV that I don't know about is up to. CZ was building this one command center. Then he was like, okay, let's go back up. A Marine came out, so the drone wanted to go back out here. We could try to juke the Marine a little bit to get into the base. Taking one more shot would have killed the drone. So very nice for Lucira to come in, get that extractor, and now he does see 2 Marines. And he may have seen the gas timing. I'm not exactly sure if you can. I don't think so. There's always the possibility when the drone is out here, maybe it can catch a glimpse of this area and see an SCV returning it. Doubt he saw it, but Lucira is going to be going for a Roach one, so he knows it's a very greedy build by Naama. He is going to be trying to bust it. Naama going to be going out to scout, and soon as he sees like any sign of an all-in, he will be completing this one wall, and there's Marines coming back to try to take out this one Overlord, and the Overlord, I don't think it's going to go down. It should live, no problem, and oh my god, it does go down. And that is absolutely huge, as Lucira was planning on building 4 Roaches right now. He does have 2 Overlords. We'll see if his supply does go upside down while he's building them. The SCV does get taken out without seeing anything. And he may have seen the low drone count, but I doubt that would be enough to tell him anything. He is building 4 Roaches. Does have the minerals to build 1 more. And he is going to. So losing that Overlord actually didn't look like it slowed him down all that much. We do have a lot of barracks coming out from Naama, and he is building a factory as well. Does have the wall on the way, building another supply depot, so it doesn't look like he knows anything is coming, just because he isn't being too panicked about building this wall up. He has his barracks going down on the high ground. Doesn't try to put one down here. If he knew an all-in was coming, he may put a barracks down here just to ensure that nothing can run in. Because if Lucira was going with some type of speedling all-in and he ran past this wall, oh man, would Naama be in trouble. He doesn't have a supply depot up here for like a secondary wall in case anything did manage to run by. So those Lings would be in the main and most likely end the game, but we do have a bunch of roaches coming out from Losira. And Naama at very minimal defenses. The Hellion is going to see them all and immediately try to go home, but does not. That supply depot finishes just in the nick of time. There is a Marauder in that bunker, so the roaches are going to go on home. The SCVs, of course, could just repair that. That would take a lot of losses out of Losira. He has those roaches out, so he knows he's going to be immune against Hellion play. We should see a third base coming very soon. Wouldn't surprise me if he takes a third base before going up to lair attack. We'll see exactly what he ends up doing. He does have 3 queens out, 1 for those creep tumors to get that across the map. And we'll see exactly what Naama ends up doing. He is getting a second barracks. The Hellion just scouting around, or actually on patrol, making sure nothing tries to run by, while he is getting a medevac out to do some drops. And the Hellion is going to see these roaches, and then actually going to be... yes, he is going to get away. I thought it was going to go down. And since the roaches are at the front door, that does delay this one drop. The dropship should go and hide. And I don't think Losira saw that. I may have been just a tad too late on going into his vision. But the medevac is going to be moving out. We do have a huge overlord spread from Losira. So he will see the drop coming. You can see even the overlords down here going to be going all around. Look at his vision. How good is the vision? Does get scouted right there. The medevac saw the overlord and is just going to keep on going. Going to try to dodge overlords now. But he's not. There's no way you can dodge all of these overlords. And this one overlord does get spotted. It is going to get taken out. And will Naama see the overlords up top here? Losira not moving those overlords. And yes, it looks like he is going to be going up there and cleaning up the other overlords. And this is going to be so bad for Losira right now because he won't be able to build any units really to deal with these drops. We see him building one overlord right now. The stem does go down. He is going to try to take out that overlord. He even does a double stem, I think, on that one. Taking out 2 of those. Meanwhile, we do have Naama just holding the watchtower, and he is going back for this one overlord, realizing, okay, well, I'm not going to do any damage with this. You saw my unit, so I'm just going to kill everything I saw, do what damage I can do, while moving another drop. So it looks like he is going to be doing a double-pronged drop and is looking for overlords. Does see that one there. Going to be dropping it outside of the overlord range. So hopefully can run under it, stem, and kill it before it managed to go away. There we go. There's the stem, and he is going to go for it, and he does get it. Losira losing, I think, like 4 overlords right now. You do see Naama patrolling 4 more. And in the meantime, he is going to be doing a double expand because he knows right now Losira can't really build any units. He is being supply capped to left and right. This one overlord trying to get away, but Naama is going to be taken out. So instead of setting up some type of timing attack to win the game, Naama is going to be doing a double expansion, which means he may be on 4 bases before Losira can go on 3. And looking like he is going to be doing a drop soon. He has killed all the overlords on the way to this base, but we have a few roaches up on this high ground. That will be enough to deal with that drop. Naama is going to be moving out right now. So when he moves out, he's going to have 3 attacks going on. He's going to attack the front while doing a drop into the main and also possibly doing a drop into the natural. But look at the overlord spread from Losira. Going to be seeing everything before it happens. Even has overlords in this one here that may see the drop coming out added to the natural. So as long as Losira has the ability to, he will be able to defend all fronts. And of course, Losira definitely has the ability. I said he's one of the most mechanical Zergs. This drop going down, those Banelings immediately going to start going. Clean up that one drop. At this time, we don't have a drop going off in the main. Losira is going to be trying to break down here. Does break that tank contain, and these roaches going to clean that up. All those Marines going to be going down. We should have a drop in here. No, it looks like that one medevac was used to reinforce down here. Medevac is going to be escaping with its life. The Queen was chasing it away, but Losira has defended against Naama's attack. Naama's army size right now at 38. Losira's at 40, and Losira is going to be going on his 3rd base. May have to double expand just because of how far behind he is. Does he know that, though? No, he doesn't. Losira has no idea how far behind he is. Those Marines are going to be taking out the Lings, and he's not really that far behind yet. But if he doesn't do a double expand and Naama goes on 4 bases to his 3, he would definitely be behind. And you can see those Lings running to try to surround those Marines and trap them. But the medevac could have just picked up, and it looks like he will be engaging with roaches and these lings. Does see the PF morphing for Naama and is taking out a lot of Marines, but Naama does bait him into that tank line. The tank did get 8 kills on that, mainly just lings, but that is definitely really good. Naama does come down here, denies the 3rd base, and this is so tough with Losira. Equal number of harvesters and Naama on 3 bases. Going over to this income, you can see the difference. Actually, difference is about 180, which means a 1 mule difference, but Naama doesn't have any mules out on the field. And those lings going to be engaging against these Marines. The Marines going to be going up into the medevac. Naama is going to control both of these watchtowers.
Upgrade complete.
And what upgrade? He is going on 2-2 right now. That is pretty early for 2-2. Right now, Losira is at 1-1. So Losira just going to be behind 1 set of upgrades. Also getting +1 vehicle weapons for his tanks. 18 meters on the way, though, for Losira. And that is definitely going to be a little bit scary. Those Marines should be at 2-2 around the time the mutas, actually 2-1 they'll be at by the time the mutas get into their base. But he does have 3 fronts to defend: the PF, his natural, or his main, and his natural, and now going to be his 3rd base. Queen's coming to inject as many tumors as possible, but Naama is going to come and deny those and take out the Queens. No, he is going to be giving up on those Queens. Does have quite a few missile turrets right here because his Marines cannot be in this position. Does only have any here because Naama's Marines will easily get there. They want to defend kind of in this area where... Why can't I box? Okay, right here. That's where Naama's Marines want to be, so there's not going to be missile turrets right there. Maybe missile turrets back here and over here. Once he sees those mutas do come out, that's where he wants to place them. And, of course, all around this base because this is completely undefended. The mutas are going to be coming in. They are at 0-0. Takes out 1 missile turret while it's building and is going to go into the PF and going to do what damage he can. Those SVs do go back and doesn't get too much damage. The Marines do come. The muta's going to be falling back. At the same time, Naama may be pushing the front. Just going to be controlling those watchtowers as Losira now going to be double expanding. Does have his 3rd base up. Is getting his 4th base, but Naama is on 4 bases right now. Does have missile turrets going all the way up here. And the mutas want to come this way. Well, they're not going to be able to. We do have them thinking about trying to break this tank line, but Naama does have it well defended. +3 already on the way. That thing's going to finish at like 21 minutes. Naama being so greedy, going on 4 bases, and he's going to be on 3-2 before the 25-minute mark, may even be on 5 bases, possibly 6 at 25 minutes. That is one macro happy Terran. And this 4th base now just completing for Losira, but when that's completing, Naama has started his 5th base. And surprising, oh, actually he started his 6th base as well. Surprising he doesn't have any missile turrets defending his 4th base. Those Marines see the mutas and are going to be retreating. More Marines do come down. And right now, Naama is vulnerable to Ling run-bys. That's why we see him holding this one washout with a lot of Marines, because the only way he can really be, any damage can be done to him is if Lings try to run up here and bypass that tank line. So he keeps a lot of Marines here, kind of delays Losira from being able to run there so his units can actually come and defend that. If that makes sense. It looks like I have time to talk about it now. Basically, most of his defense is right here. He is most vulnerable by units running in this way. So as long as he has a handful of Marines here, Losira cannot just run right around. So while these Marines are kiting, slowing down the attack, the Marines that are over here, or even a tank, could unsiege and go to protect this area. The Marines basically buys him about 10 game seconds of, okay, you can get units in to defend against that. So that's how Naama right now has the has the map split completely in half. Do have a lot of mutas out for Losira, but they're at 1-0 while those Marines are going to be at 3-3 relatively soon. That 3-3 is going to finish before the +2 carapace on Losira, and that is not good. There's mutas coming back in. 5 SCVs killed, 2 drones killed. Really not too much harassment being done this game. Those Lings are going to surround that Marine, and Naama does have so many missile turrets up around that one area. And back here, he has quite a few as well. And Naama doesn't just stop at his bio upgrades. He has +2 vehicle weapon upgrades going on as well. The Thor going to get a volley off on those meters. A lot go in the red. Doesn't really look like he's killed that many. Going in this loss tab, it is relatively even with Naama losing around 1,700 less than Losira. Going off into the spending tab, it looks like Naama, I think Losira spent a little bit more somehow, even though Naama's been macro happy. Naama is stacking around 1k gas, and he is almost maxed. He is getting Ghost out, and that +3 armor just now going to be finishing. And those Marines are going to be so scary until at least the +2 carapace does finish. Thor's coming by, and that's what I was talking about the buffer. As long as the Marines are there, it does buy Naama some time to get units in there to defend. Lane's coming in. Naama does bait him to the tank line. The tanks get quite a few kills. 22 kills, 2 kills, and 7 kills. And the Hive now just completing for Losira. He needs Broodlords to deal with this mix. We have 3 Ghost out and 4 Thors with 58 Marines, but the Marines not really anti-air when Broodlords are out because you have 7 Infestors with those fungal growths. So those Broodlords is what Losira is going to be needing to combat Naama's army, and Naama is going to have to do something to get some anti-air out. I wouldn't say he has good anti-Broodlord measures out at all. At the same time, these mutas coming in, going to try to do some damage. Still at 5 SCV kills, so they didn't stop by that 5th phase. He is going to be pulling the mutas back. Those Marines just evaporate mutas. 1-0 versus 3-3. Naama saying, yes, please, engage me. Same time, we do have a little bit of Losira putting pressure on this one here. This is the weakest spot in Naama's armor. And does bring a lot of Marines to try to deal with these mutas. And one does go down. Losira, though, paying attention to those, runs them away. And I can't say how important that is. Because if he wasn't paying attention to the mutas, they would have flown back to attack the Marines because of aggro. And they would have all died instantaneously. Losira has very nice creep spread. He is getting Corruptors out. That Greater Spire now just completing. He has started his +3 armor. And Naama, though, does have the Contain from Hell. He is getting Tan building armor and Neo Steel plating because, well, why not? All the upgrades is what Naama says. And Losira really does not want to go in the tank line. You can see him just poking at those Marines and then pulling back. The worker count, 67 drones, 280 SCVs, so Losira has the larger army right now. Actually, he's not maxed out. He's at 180. Probably doesn't want to max out because he is building Broodlords, kind of just sacrificing Lings so he can get those out. Naama denying some of those tumors, stimming up, killing them, and that will be good. He can't let the creep go too far because, well, Losira would be able to see everything that Naama is doing. Those mutas still trying to do damage, but they just can't do damage because Marines are at 3-3 and they go down so quickly. They're like paper airplanes. But as I say that, he does double his worker kills in this game, going up to 12. It looks like we do have a nuke going down at this base. I guess base number 5 you can say that was. And it looks like that nuke will go off, but not too many drones there. The Ghost is at 0 kills. The drones do go away. Goes up to 2 kills, I think. Another nuke going off on this. And the nukes do kill Larva, which could be a big deal. Losira, how much Larva does he... Okay, never mind. Doesn't really matter. He has so much love. The Marines are going to come in. This one hatch is going to be taken out. The Marines are running away. We do have another nuke at this 1/3 base. And the Broodlords and Infestors are coming. Gets a phone growth on a lot of Marines. But he does let them go, which could be a mistake. Or he could also be saying, okay, you Marines, I don't care about them. They're not going to be good against my Broodlords. I have Infestors, so I don't want you to lose those just yet, because if you don't lose these, then that means you cannot build Ghosts and other anti-air measures. So maybe that wasn't a mistake, letting those Marines live. Just doesn't want Naama to build units to deal with his Broodlords. We do have the Broodlords under siege, and a lot of Ghost sniping in, cloaking in to Ghost snipe. One Broodlord goes down, but right now Naama taking heavy damages. This Snipe, though, taking those Broodlords down very effectively. 4 nukes on the way. And will he have enough anti-air to deal with all of these Broodlords? It looks like he may just have enough. Those Infestors knocking the phone growths off on those Ghosts. Now going to be burrowing to get away. Saying, okay, those Broodlords, you're dead to me. Sorry. Cannot save you, my Infestors. Oh, what is important? You can see they have a lot of energy, so I'm really surprised he didn't get those ghosts. At the same time, he is going to be doing a Ling run by, taking out quite a few SCVs. I think he has adrenal glands on that. Weapon speed 0.7, going to his spawning pool. No, he does not, but he is going to deal quite a bit of damage. We do have a lot of SCVs, though, being sacrificed, so doing this run by is not going to really, well, maybe it is. Naama's not really banking too many minerals. He is getting a lot of orbital commands right now, so maybe killing the SCVs is a mistake because it's going to allow Naama's army to just get bigger. More Lings are going to come in and try to do as much damage as possible. Nuke's going down. Looks like on the Spore Caller. He's trading a nuke for a Spore Caller right now. Lings coming in, and SCVs have been pulled off. And so many units here. Those units could have just went and kept killing that. Try to get ghost kills. Nukes going down everywhere. And one back at this. And some Spine Callers may go down. They just finished. Going to shoot another nuke immediately. Kills the one Spine Caller, which was hitting him. Now he's on top of that Spore Caller. Another nuke going down this. Naama has the contain or map split in half. And then is just slowly whittling Losira down with mass nukes. The Spine Caller going to be burning. Try to take out this one ghost. And it doesn't look like it will get it in time. The Spine Caller does go down. The ghost looks like he is going to stay, and that will be his death. This one ghost has killed the hatch. It is up to 11 kills. Losira, what is he going to be doing? Going over to this income tab, we do see Naama 3.7k minerals. How many mules does he have out? 16. So yeah, killing those SCVs may have been a mistake. It just frees up Naama's supply. As you did see, Naama was even sacrificing SCVs and has more nukes. Spore Caller, who cares? I'm just going to nuke it and take it out. 100 for that. Well, we do have Losira going to be coming in. Is he going to get this ghost? Oh my god, there's a lot of Broodlords there running away. And oh man, Losira, he is definitely the Korean version of Idra, losing games since 2012. Or throwing games, I should say. Oh, that does hurt. Let's see, he had, I think, 10 Broodlords, and now he has 6. And of those 6, they're all at, like, half health. Oh! Ouch! That does hurt. Does take Losira away from his max army. He is getting those Broodlords back up. And we have Changelings chasing that one Infestor with a lot of ghosts coming in to take that out. Nuke going to go up on those Infestors as he does throw a bunch of snipes, sniping down the Overseer. And Losira can't engage this army because of the nuke, and Infestors get away! No! Oh man, that hurts. GG. At the same time, we have a ghost up here, and 2 ghosts down here sniping off this one hatch. Ugh. Losira, definitely like Idra there. Hopefully you enjoy that comment. And he also has these 3 PFs. And he's got that building plating, which means those Lings should deal, I think they deal 8 damage, so 3 damage a hit to those PFs. Pretty much immune to Lings. And then those Broodlings, how much damage do Broodlings do? If he chooses those Broodlings, how much damage will they do to the PF? Okay, here we go. This is going to be... Oh no, that's not the death of the Broodlords. Hold on. We'll watch the death of the Broodlords one more time. Okay. Well, the good news is he killed the ghost. The bad news is that was not cost effective. So, 7 damage. They only do 2 damage a shot. Does take out a lot of the damage. Those PFs will live. That's what I'm meaning to say, but... Ouch! That hurts. So, we will be going into SC2 gears momentarily. And Last Shadow just messaged me.
Updates available.
And he is saying that Galaxy lives in the pros house, aka the MVP B team house. And that's where Naama stays. And Naama's probably been training against Galaxy. I'm not saying Galaxy's better than Losira or an ST or Lenok, but he is really good. He's a really good Zerg that is just underappreciated, and that's most likely who Naama's been training against and learning how to deal with Zergs. Galaxy has a great understanding of ZVT, and while he is Korean, he is one of the, he speaks English very well out of everyone in that pros house. So I'm going to be saying that's who's kind of been giving Naama the tips, saying, okay, you kill all those Overlords, don't set up a vicious timing. go double expand. And just kind of theory crafting a little bit with Naama. Maybe he's not, but I'm assuming that is who Naama has been training against. And while I'm saying that, we are going into SC2 gears. So going off into this APM.Losira, macro APM 103, micro APM 159, redundancy at 40%, EAPM at 263. Oh no, 156. That's actually not that high. 156 EAPM, but a lot of it is redundancy, and that is always one of those things, is the program calculating redundancy correctly. Regular spam APM 263, a lot lower than I thought it would be. Naama 61 macro, 123 micro, 27% redundancy. Overall APM 184. Unit tiers, we can go into this. You can see once it hit 24 minutes, Naama pretty much went into mass Ghost and Marines. Built a few medevacs right there, but wasn't building any tanks or Thors. Actually stopped that production out around here. So 20 minutes out of a 31-minute game, a 32-minute game, he stopped his mech production. That was 3 Thors he built back here. And yeah, mainly just bioplay near the end of the game. You can see Losira, Infestors, Broodlords, and not really building too many Lings. He built a few there, a few here. This may be when he's doing those run-bys. Going over into Mills and Tech. Let's see, ability by group. We do have 18 transfuses, and maybe that's on the mutas. Very nice job of transfuse. I didn't catch any of that. That's why we go into this SE2 gears after that. 14 fungal growths, 43 morph to Broodlords, 97 morph to Banelings, 112 creep tumors. Holy cow, that's a lot. 72 spawn larva, 123 snipes, 4 EMPs, 21 nukes, 12 cloaks, 27 nukes. So he built 27, and out of those, 21 shot off. 5 tanks, 10 PFs, 14 sieges, 20 scans, 47 stims, 54 mules. And units. We do have 33 corruptors, 13 infestors, 38 mutas, 15 roaches, 176 lings, 52 overlords, 181 drones. Naama, 54 friggin' ghosts. 4 Thors, 7 tanks, 15 medevacs, 5 Hellions, 5 Marauders, 165 Marines, 98 SCVs. And let's see, I want to get upgrades. So Naama's starting his first batch of upgrades at 1010, I believe. Let me just double check something. And I just reconnected to Battle.net. That's odd. But let's go to 1010 in this game. I just want to check that's when the upgrade starts and doesn't finish. So yes, that's when the E-base finished. So 1010, he does start his 1-1. Ready? There we go. It does start around that time. It's actually... Let's see, what time does that start actually? 12? Yeah, 10:10 he starts it. So go back into SE2 gears. That is... That's not how it says it starts, and it really doesn't. His armor does start a little bit after that at 11 minutes. And then starts his +2 at 13 minutes. Then his +2 armor at 14 minutes. And you can see it takes the +2 started for Naama around 13 minutes. Starts for Losira around 16 minutes. And that is the time. At 17 minutes, we do have +3 weapons starting for Naama. You can just see how far ahead he is in on those upgrades. And he even has the +3 mech starting at 23 minutes. And that's when Flying Carapace level 1 is starting. So those Thors may actually do a lot of damage to those Broodlords just because they don't have any armor. And the Thors are at +3. Hopefully you enjoy going over in SC2 gears. We're going to go into this mineral spent. Losira, his mineral spent is higher than Naama, and his gas is spent more. So he did spent more than Naama throughout this game. Somehow he did. I don't really believe this graph all the time, because when you're like, oh my god, the Tampa play is macroing so well, just taking bases everywhere, Zerg always manages to spend just a little bit more. Generally, Lucio would want to spend a lot more than this. And then we'll go end the game off with going through the tabs in the game. If there's anything else you really want to see in SC2 Gears, let me know, and I will do that. I'm doing my best to learn it. I think over the course of like the 3 weeks I have been doing it, I've gotten pretty darn good at analyzing games with it. We do have Naama losing 20k to Losira's 33k. And I do want to go back one last time and go to that loss tab before and after the nuke lands on those Broodlords. I think it was right here. Man, that was a good stoppage. No, it's not right here. It's going to be soon. And I know I should edit this out for YouTube, but I don't do any post-processing because that would take about an hour longer to do. And I just don't have the time doing these dailies. That would be like 7 extra hours a week doing editing. So bear with me for the 30 seconds it takes to get to the parts where I want to go. And maybe I missed it. Maybe that was before this. I think it was actually just before those Broodlords engaged. And if I can't find it, oh well, sorry. Let's see, there's that nuke. So it looks like it is going to be around here. Maybe it was late in the game. Yeah, I'm not going to waste your time trying to find it. Hope you enjoyed the game. Take care, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace out, and don't forget to subscribe. It really, really does help me. I can't tell you how much it helps me if you do subscribe. If you already subscribe, you are absolutely awesome. Those Thors do, how many attacks? That's Thor's Hammer, Javelin. They do 4 different attacks, each one doing 8 damage against those Broodlords. So 32 damage per shot volley. The Broodlords do have 1 armor, so 28 damage. And then plus 3 finishes, and the Thor's damage does even more. So they do quite a bit of damage when they have plus 3 attack, and the Broodlords don't have any armor